Hafner, Application Equipment Product Specialist. We're going to go through the drive system for the TerraGator. There are two ways that we can operate the drive system. We can use the joystick or foot pedal mode. We're going to start with the joystick mode. So starting with the joystick itself, I have my engage switch on the back side. We have our cruise 1, cruise 2 on the handle. Below the handle we have our manual engine throttle. Over on the side of the armrest we have our orange switches, which are for the drive system. Starting on the top we have our low and high range. Underneath that we have our TMS on off, along with the neutral switch on the bottom. Up on top we have our orange switches for our cruise increase and decrease. Below that is our field and road switch. Located on the B post is another small switch panel. Chassis functionality on this panel will include the tag axle raise and lower, as well as the auxiliary A and B switch. The A switch is tied into the A switch on the system keypad, and either location can be used to turn it on or off. The A and B switches will fire a pin in the 12-pin connector located in the right rear corner of the cab. System functionality will start below the A and B switch. We first have the head rinse switch for the air spreader. Then we have the switch for the air cylinder to open and close the granny bins on the spinner systems. The last switch is for the dry system air booms, lock and unlock of the booms. Now we'll go over just a little bit of the functionality of some of these switches on the armrest. So our low and high range. This takes the place of the turtle and rabbit we had on prior model TerraGators. So the number 1 icon there, that is our low range. So that's going to be for speeds, basically low 20s and below for field operations. And then your number 2 is your high range. So that's the range that you're going to want to be in when you're going to be running in the 20-mile-an-hour range in the field. If you're running in low range, trying to achieve, let's say 20 miles an hour, but you're only getting to 18, you may try and put it into high range and then see if that doesn't get you to your desired speed then. Kind of open the transmission up a little bit. The one key thing to remember is changing between low and high, the machine must be sitting still. You cannot change while you're in motion. Below that, our TMS switch. This activates the engine control. With that on, in field mode, the engine will operate between 1680 RPM and wide open. When we switch it to road mode, it'll operate between 1000 RPM and wide open. Bottom, we have our neutral switch. The neutral switch can be used any time that you want to make sure you've disengaged the transmission. So you pull the machine up to a stop alongside the tender, and if it feels like it still wants to move, or you just want to verify that it won't if you touch the handle, turn on the neutral switch. This will disengage the transmission and put you into neutral. Up on top, we have our cruise increase and decrease. These switches can be used to adjust your cruise speed while you're engaged. So if I'm engaged on cruise 1 and I want to start to speed up or slow down a little bit, I can use the increase or decrease. Each time you touch the switch, it'll adjust the speed by 1/10 of a mile an hour. This allows you some very fine control for tuning in how fast you're going in the field. The field and road switch, the white one underneath, that's used for any time that you go onto the road. When we engage the road switch, it'll disconnect our hydraulics, so you can't swing a boom out. It will also adjust the steering. In field mode, our steering will be faster, fewer turns lock to lock, so I can turn on the headlamps quicker. And in road modes, it'll go and be standard, so just like all the other TerraGators we've had.